This school was built in 1915, and it's one that's actually here today, and it closed in around 1928 when they consolidated the schools into one big central school, and plus buses became available. When you open the door, you can just imagine the children at that time rushing in the building and the parents being so happy because their children were actually being educated in America. That was their dream. So, school bell is missing, which will be replaced, but when that bell rang for the first time, the feeling it had to be as it echoed, into the farming country, and how proud these settlers must have been. But here we're really preserving the history of the township, the people who settled in this East End area, and we're bringing it to a site where the main consolidated large school once stood. Plus we're bringing the bell from the former Van Busker School that we have. We're putting it on top of the roof of this building, so we're incorporating 3 really school sites in one.
So you have to imagine that the one-room schoolhouse went this way, right, all the way through. That is actually the teacher standing right here. There's a doorway here, this teacher is standing right in this position, which is pretty cool. And what's interesting is and I don't know which boys they are, but I believe it's here and here, are the Roccos, John Rocco and Matt Rocco. And they owned this house then in 1928. They purchased the house. So they're some of the first students in 1916. Later on, they actually raised their families here. So the Roccos and the Hippicas and Strands and all those folks raised their families over the years in this building. The key for us is to have an historic building in Erwin Township. This is one of the last remaining. We've got beautiful flooring, we've got some history here, and we're going to restore, and then in this area will be our museum. We'll also have a research room too. Our mission now is to create something special for Erwin Township. But let's get it moved first.
Today's the big day that we waited for so long, and like everything else, the day does come, and today is the big moving day, so there it is, ready to go, all set up, and gonna find its new home in the township. And it's a beautiful day here in Upper Michigan, as it's been the whole summer, and we couldn't ask for more. No wind, no rain, and bring the people out. And we have people gathering here that have come from out of town who lived in the township and had relatives attend these schools, so they traveled back for this historic moment. We have a lot more than just the history of the building. The movement itself is amazing history. The routes that we're taking, we're going past all these historical farms, and they're all pioneer settlers' names. Well, we're on East End Road, and then it'll go south to Helgren Road, and the farmhouse is on the other end, the little red farmhouse, all preserved. And then we're going to turn left, and there's the old original, as most of us know it as a Remis's settlement. We'll travel south on South Davis Road, named after the Davis mine that was on the other end. Then we're going to go down to the Pumala Road. We're going to go west on the Pumala Road, and there was a huge farm there, and the Pumala family had many different generations of. We'll hit the main road, which is Van Buskirk Road. I had mentioned a Van Buskirk School and the railroad station that it was named after the old sawmill. And we'll go past the site of the first one-room schoolhouse in Erwin Township that was built there. It's historical all the way, and then to end up at the main school site, named in honor of K.P. Silver, the marvelous educator.
We started the Historical Society 2 years ago with our #1 goal to get a building to hold our artifacts. We were able to complete that today when we moved the building we purchased last September, and in 1 hour and 52 minutes, we moved it 3.3 miles to its new home here. So it took a lot of coordination. If not for the Gogebic County Sheriff's Department, Excel, Shooting Movers, ABR, the phone company, AT&T, it wouldn't have been possible to do it in 1 hour and 52 minutes. But the most important thing is that we literally moved this building backwards in time. We flipped it around at its site. It went backwards through the neighborhood, and then when it arrived here, it's pointing to the future. This site will become a park. It'll be called Erwin Heritage Park, and this is our first anchor.
Once again, I want to just say that how important it is to preserve the one-room schoolhouses, and that's one of the reasons why. Now the future generations, when they're in this building as their museum, they'll have all the history right there, and they can educate their kids. It'll be their history.